Previously on Pharaohmone. By the way, we published your roll dice. You want to do high roll?
Yeah, I'd like to do a high roll.
Okay.
Do you want one or two?
I'll do two. I got 2 dice out, so I'm happy to do 2 dice.
Excellent.
Go, dice roll. I dimensioned 7, so that is your choice.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take second.
Second. Oh, that's okay. And you knew in advance what I was playing, so that is an interesting decision. Okay. Let me put the chat.
Sorry. Hopefully, I'm prepared for it.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I am going to activate the spell card, Dark Magical Circle.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to take a look at the top 3 cards of my deck and legally stack them after taking a Dark Magician card. I am going to take Eternal Soul, which mentions Dark Magician in its card text, and then I will set these 2 cards in that order. But none of that's going to matter because I activate the spell card, Red Eyes Fusion. We're going right in.
Yep, it's good.
Okay, so that allows me to special summon a Red Eyes-based fusion monster. So there's Red Eyes Black Dragon combining with Dark Magician, starter deck Dark Magician, to make the guy that everybody's worried about, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, right in the center there. Then I will set 2 cards, trying to make sure you're not playing Mech Knights, and after I cut my deck, it's your go.
Alright, so Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is a once per turn negate.
It's once per turn negate, that's correct. So once per turn when a card or effect is activated, I can discard a card from my hand and negate that card, and if I do that, I can destroy that card, and if I do that, for some reason, he gains 1,000 attack. There's a reason this card is banned in Japan.
There! Alright, so this is a deck you've seen before with a couple of changes to it. Main phase.
No response.
Normal summon Valkyrie Dritte.
Does Dritte do anything when it's summoned?
On summon search.
Okay, I'm still gonna do this. I'm going to chain Magician's Navigation. So that's gonna allow me to special summon a Dark Magician from my hand and a level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster from my deck. Any response to that?
None.
Okay, so here is the Dark Magician, and then I will get oh, how salty am I feeling? Let's do Dark Magician Girl, which is exactly how the line's delivered in the anime, which makes no sense to me.
Awesome.
After that, nothing. It's your part of the chain.
I'll resolve Dritte to add Ride of the Valkyries.
Okay. Then, on a new chain, Dark Magical Circle is going to activate, allowing me to banish 1 card in your field. You already know. That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Alright, so I'll how do you want me to cut the deck for this?
Just down the middle is fine.
Alright.
I'm not gonna complain.
Okay. Well, let's try to activate Ride of the Valkyries. This lets me special summon as many Valkyries with different names from my hand as possible.
So, on its condition at the bottom, does it say you can only activate it once per turn or use it once per turn?
I will read the entire card to you.
Okay, please.
Special summon any number of Valkyrie monsters with different names from your hand. If you special summon 3 or more monsters with this effect, you take no battle damage until the end of this turn. Until the end of next turn, which is important because of how this deck works.
Yeah.
During the end phase of the turn you activate this card, shuffle all monsters you control into the deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Mischief of the Time Goddess from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Ride of the Valkyries once per turn. So the only hard once per turn is banishing it from the graveyard.
I'm still going to negate it. I'm just going to try to stop that while I can by discarding my Dark Magical Circle. So I am now at 4,000 attack, so I'll put 1 little dark counter on him.
For some reason.
For some reason!
Well, yeah. Alright, so I'll activate another one.
Oh, okay. That's cool. It was always a risk, so I've got nothing now. No cards in hand and just the 1 face down.
Okay, so here comes Sigrun, Bjarte, Shiste.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I take no battle damage until the end of my next turn.
Gotcha.
Effects are going to be Chain Links 1 and... No, just Chain Link 1.
Okay.
Shiste, when is special summoned, I can special summon 1 from the deck.
Gotcha. No response.
Okay. And just to clarify, Red Eyes Dark Dragoon cannot be targeted.
It cannot be targeted, and it cannot be destroyed by my opponent's card effects.
But why?
Oh, no, excuse me. Cannot be destroyed by card effects, period. So it doesn't matter whose card effect it is. And neither player can target this card with card effects. So I guess I'm not allowed to equip that shiny new United We Stand to it.
Probably not. Okay, so I will special summon Valkyrie Urda from my deck.
Okay.
All right, next, we are going to... I'll ask again if you want to cut, because this time it does matter.
Yeah, please cut. Please cut.
Okay.
Just right down the middle is just fine.
Okay, cool. I'm going to activate the effect of Valkyrie Vierte. Once per turn, I can excavate cards up to the number of other Valkyries I control. If I hit a normal spell or normal trap, I add one of those cards to my hand and discard the rest. If I miss, everything else gets shuffled in.
Okay, no response.
All right, 3. Nova Summoner, Celestial Transformation, and Monster Reborn. We're going to take Monster Reborn and discard these 2.
Can you special summon my Dark Dragoon if you get rid of it?
I don't know, can I?
Yeah, you can. There's no summoning restrictions on him at all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh!
That's super fair. Okay, so relevant cards. Urda, when special summoned by the effect of a Valkyrie card, makes your whole board lose 1,000 attack each.
Okay.
And if any of your cards are destroyed by battle or card effects, they are banished instead. And sent to your graveyard, they're banished instead.
Okay.
Let's go into the battle phase.
So Dark Magician's going to be 1,500. Dark Magician Girl, because she gets her own boost, is going to be 1,300. And Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is back down to a measly 3,000.
Do you have a Dark Magician in your graveyard?
Yeah, from the effect of my Red Eye's fusion.
Oh, sure do. Okay. This is super unfortunate that I cannot target Dark Dragoon with card effects.
People in the chat are saying Dragoon is stupid. Measly 3,000.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Okay. Let's have Sigrun has 22. We're gonna attack over the Dark Magician.
Okay. So goodbye Dark Magician. So I will take 700
and banish the Dark Magician.
Oh, that's right, and banish the Dark Magician. So goodbye, my ever faithful companion.
Urda has 2,000 attack. I will attack over Dark Magician Girl.
Okay, so I'll take another 700, which means I'm taking 1,400 total. Putting me at 6,400, which I should update on the screen.
Yep. So because I special summoned 3 Valkyries with Ride of the Valkyries, I don't take any in-battle damage this turn or next turn. So Vierte is going to crash into Red Eye's Dark Dragoon. It's going to die by battle, but I'm not going to take any damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Vierte's effect, when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, can special summon a Valkyrie from the deck.
Okay. What are you planning?
So if there was no protection on your dude, it would be easy, but unfortunately, there's not. So
he's a weird little card. When you think about how much work you have to put in to get a Link monster and Boral Savage Dragon, the Synchro monster, and I could just be like, I don't know, any of the fusion support they've released, because fusion is an under-supported mechanic.
All right, so we're gonna go with Valkyrie Sigrun. I can control more than one, right? Yeah. Urda, I can only control one of. Sigrun is fair game. Sigrun's effect lets me special summon a level 8 or lower Valkyrie from my hand or graveyard. Here comes Vierte.
Okay.
End of the battle phase, we're gonna play Mischief of the Time Goddess to skip to my next turn's battle phase.
So when you activate Mischief of the Time Goddess, I got a response.
No, you don't.
Oh, can I not respond with card effects?
Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation.
Wow. Okay. So so it goes to your next turn's battle phase, right?
Correct.
Okay. So at the beginning of the next turn's battle phase is open game state. I'm trying to figure out the right way to phrase that.
Yes. So it is. Yeah.
Okay. Then in that time, I activate Eternal Soul, and now that it's a new turn, I can do a couple of things, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I want to activate Eternal Soul's effect to add Dark Magic attack from my deck to my hand.
All right.
No chain? Okay. Then I will get a card to my hand. That way, I basically am putting a new bullet in the gun that is the negation effect of Red Eye's Dark Dragoon.
It requires you to discard a card?
Discard a card, yes.
Okay.
So I so desperately need that card.
Alrighty. So because it's a new turn, Red Eye's Dark Dragoon loses some amount of attack points?
So how does your Valkyrie that reduces the thousands work?
It's a continuous effect.
Okay.
Everything on Earth is a continuous effect.
So is it still 3,000 then? Because he's not going to gain the... Oh, I guess... Okay, so he was at 4,000, but the 1,000 he gains is permanent. Because Fair and Fun Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I know.
Why is this card?
He's banned, right? They wanted to make nice anime support, and he's too nice. And Japan figured it out, right? You can play the Crystron Needle Fiber game where you forbid every tuner, or in this case it would be every fusion card, or you can just get rid of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So I think this is a very short lifespan card. I think in maybe not the December list, maybe they'll hit Predaplant Verde Anaconda at that time, but I think that by next the first North American World Championship qualifier that we've held in some time, I think it'll be a forbidden card.
That's probably right. Okay. Main phase 2.
No response.
Activate Vierte to excavate 4.
Negate and destroy by discarding my dark magic attack.
Okay.
And now he has 2,000 gain, so with the 1,000 down, he has 4,000 attack now.
All right.
But that's his one negate, right? So if you were ever going to do something that didn't target, it would be now.
Didn't target and didn't destroy.
Yes, didn't target, didn't destroy. So,
okay.
I don't know what that card would be.
Yeah, I wish I knew too.
So off the top of my head, like, oh, it's obvious. Everybody should side deck this card and you're fine.
Yeah.
Chris, the King of Games in the chat says, I mean, allows any deck to have an Omni Negate. It's too good. And it is because of Predaplant Verde Anaconda, which I definitely have. Because even this deck can run it, which is funny because this is supposed to be the bad version of this deck, and just having the one monster is pretty scary.
All right, we're gonna play Monster Reborn, trying to bring back Vierte.
Okay, no response.
All right, that's in defense. Vierte's effect to excavate 4.
Okay, no response.
Lightning Storm.
Ooh.
Failure.
Oh, that wouldn't do anything. That wouldn't do anything. Couldn't target it.
Nova Summoner.
Those are like the best cards in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. I'll take Tactics Talent.
Okay. That's such a good monster.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Chris, I don't know that people still main deck Kaijus, but I think there's certainly an argument to do so. I know I still main deck Lava Golem in all my Fiend decks.
Yep. All right, we are going to... There is a way around this now. I just have to figure out what it is. Let's see. I think I know it.
Okay.
We are gonna Link Summon.
Gotcha. Trying to brainstorm out, helping my opponent here. I know that Utopia the Lightning is... Oh, but, well, you can still activate the negate effect, yeah. Oh, no, but cards can't be activated in response to Utopia the Lightning's effect, so okay.
I'm gonna Link Summon Herald of Mirage Lights.
Okay.
It's a once per turn negate if I discard a fairy.
Oh, okay. So you can negate my negate.
Yep, I sure can. And because you activated a monster effect during the main phase this turn, I'm going to activate Triple Tactics Talent to steal Red Eyes Dark Dragoon.
Oh, but it can't be targeted. Does it not target?
The bullet point effect just says take control of one monster.
Yeah, that's not targeting. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I love how I actually passed it over here.
So that's here.
And now he's back to 5,000 attack.
I'm going to... We're going to link it off. I just don't know what monster I'm going to go into.
Oh, because it is only till the end of the turn. I was thinking for some reason in my head that it was like Snatch Steal and I lost him forever.
No, it is not permanent.
Okay.
I wish it was. How many bash cards you have?
Just one. It's Dark Magician.
Okay. Just one. Interesting. 2 plus fairies. Your dude's a spellcaster, right?
He is a spellcaster, that's right. Ooh. Which is weird, too, because he looks like he'd be like a warrior or a dragon. I guess if he was a dragon, he'd be way too good, because then he would open it up to things like Return of the Dragon Lords.
Right.
The card art on the judge mat is Ghost Spell and Haunted Mansion. It is a water zombie hand trap that banishes or stops monsters in the graveyard from doing stuff.
All right, I'm gonna link off Red Ice Dark Dragoon, Herald of Mirage Lights, and one of my Valkyrie Sigruns.
Okay.
For Topologic Zeraberos.
Oh, I completely forgot what the X does. Because it gets those wonderful.
Zeraberos gains 200 attack points for each banished card. I have 1, you have 2, so it's up to 36.
Oh, because the Herald, the Dragoon would be banished because all of my cards are being sent to the. Yeah, okay.
No, Urda only banishes cards that are destroyed.
Oh, so I only have the 1 then, because it's just the 1 Dark Magician then.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 total. 1 + 1 is 2. My bad.
Did you not also destroy
Dark Magician Girl? Okay, that's right. Good reconstruction there. I went ahead and banished her from the grave.
I knew I was missing something there. If a monster is special summoned to a zone that a link monster points to, I can use Zeraberos' effect to banish all cards on the field, and then during the standby phase of the next turn after it's banished by own effects, it comes back.
And so that's going to be in this one over here. I'm just going to put that down for...
Yep.
Okay.
So
not here and not here is what I'm being told.
Yep. That is correct. All right. Pass turn.
Okay. Draw. Wow. This is really the top deck that I drew. Can I do this? I think I can. Wow, okay. Heart of the cards. But first, I activate the effect of Eternal Soul to special summon my Dark Magician from the graveyard. And I will special summon him in front of Zeraberos, but not to either side of it.
Okay.
By doing so, Dark Magical Circle activates. And I will use Dark Magical Circle to get rid of the Valkyrie on the far left, causing all this attack disruption. Yes.
That's Urda.
Yep. So banish that. Then I'll use the card I just drew, Magicalized Fusion. It allows me to fusion summon a spellcaster type fusion monster by banishing the materials from my field or graveyard. Very popular in Duel Links.
I'm just gonna, for the camera.
I didn't touch. I mean, the deck's on screen, right? I just drew it.
I get it. But... All right. Is this you don't have Quintet Magician, but
I don't have Quintet Magician, but Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is the spellcaster. He is the spellcaster. So I'll banish Dark Magician and Red Eyes Black Dragon in order to special summon very carefully in the same spot. I definitely picked up 2 Red Eyes Dark Dragoons because I don't think it's worth getting 3 of because that's ridiculous. You should have won the duel by then, but 2 is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Because Red Eyes Dark Dragoon was fusion summoning using 2 normal monsters up to twice per turn, I can destroy monsters on your side of the field, and if I do, inflict effect damage to you equal to the attack of the monster. I think it's original attack, not its current attack. So Red Eyes Dark Dragoon will go for the Valkyrie first.
22.
So 2200. Then Red Eyes Dark Dragoon will go for the Zeraboros or whatever.
Yeah.
And so what's its original attack?
Original attack is 3K.
Okay, so that brings you down from 5,800 to 2,800. And then Red Eyes Dark Dragoon will attack directly for 3,000.
Sure.
It's definitely a card that when I picked it up, I'm like, you're only going to get to use it this amount of time. And so I think I definitely am going to start using it in remote duel tournaments. Because it's just dumb, right? There's no reason why a single spell card at the right time should absolutely win me the duel to the degree that Blackluster Soldier used to win in the Invasion of Chaos format.
I mean, to be fair, I had to find Triple Tactics talent in order to out that, and then you did that anyway. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's not the only combination that would have brought it out, right? I only run the 1 Magicalized Fusion so I can send it to the graveyard with Predaplant and Very Anaconda, but I could have just as easily drawn, great example, Magician's Rod, summon Magician's Rod, use Magician's Rod to get Illusion Magic, send my Magician's Rod to the graveyard to get 2 Dark Magicians, and then special summoned one of the Dark Magicians with the on-field copy of what do you call it? Eternal Soul, and then if I survive to a follow-up turn, or on your turn, use Dark Magician, the other Dark Magician I would have gotten to banish that. Like, there's all of a sudden there's 2 monsters, and those can be turned into Link Spiders, and those 2 effect monsters can be turned into Predaplant, Verde Anaconda. So there's just a million ways to do that, to grab polymerization, etc. But yeah, Chris the King of Games, you're absolutely right. Just drawing Red Eyes Fusion, which I run 3 of, and I run 3 copies of Red Eyes Insight because I'm not big of a jerk. It's really easy to get this all-powerful boss monster out the first turn every duel. I like how we both got the purple sleeve vibe going on, by the way.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Vox, you're saying Infernobles has an easy out to Dragoons. What do Infernobles do in order to get rid of this horrible monster?
Yeah, that'd be good to know, too.
Yeah. It's a great deck. Not Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, because I don't think Red Eyes Dark Dragoon is a deck in the same way that most people aren't playing Rockets. They're just playing, like, various Boral, Savage Dragon, etc. Attack with Gearfried. What does the Gearfried do? The Infernoble Gearfried do that I don't know about?
I don't know if it's specifically an Infernoble, but I know it's a Fire Warrior, and it does stuff, so
okay.
It just goes in that deck.
I need to look that up just to see. I noticed there's some purple sleeves on the side. Did you access your side deck?
I did.
Uh-oh. I deserve that, though.
Yeah, man.
It's one of those decks. I'm trying to think of other decks I played. I guess Mystic Mine is the other deck that I commonly play, where people are like, ooh, it's the worst form of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm just like, no, it's very fun to play. And they're like, no, it's not. And I'm like, no, I play Mystic Mine, and then I just relax, right?
Yeah.
It's like taking a Yu-Gi-Oh! Vacation. You're just like, there, it's your turn.
Yeah. Easy. I don't have to think about what I'm doing now.
Exactly.
I'll pass, and it's fine.
That was why playing as Bakura was so much fun, because I didn't have to think about, was I going to misplay? How hard is it to, like, set a card, Destiny board, play Mystic Mine, and just put the letters out one at a time?
Yeah. Do you have to think about 17 different ways to make a combo? No.
No.
Destiny board.
My combo's just, did I get Mystic Mine? Yeah. You lose. Especially against, I played against various different decks, Orcust, which were relatively easy to play against, or play with Mystic Mine against them. I played against Thunder Dragons, was probably the most embarrassing, right? Because Thunder Dragons don't have anything in their deck other than cards that help them special summon monsters. Because Colossus, Titan, all of those are supposed to just get it done. And the second that Mystic Mine appears, particularly at a time that I don't think Mystic Mine was that popular. Your choice, by the way.
I'm gonna go first this time.
First, okay, that probably is a better idea. Okay. Well, I got a whole hand of cards.
Sure did.
Pull a Ryan Yu and make sure these are visible on the stream. He was so good watching the Remote Duel Championships. Not in terms of his play, but just in terms of, like, not messing up, so that if the hand was here, it was always somewhere that it could be seen.
Yeah. Alright, main phase 1. Set a monster and pass.
Oh, no.
Yeah, didn't draw any of the stuff I wanted to see.
Okay, I draw. Well, there's a couple of different ways to do this. I'm going to start with Dark Magical Circle, and we'll start it safe. Is that fine?
That's good.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3... Oh, no, that's totally unfair. Why would you allow me to do that? I'm going to add Secrets of Dark Magic, which allows me to fuse Dark Magicians, or with Dark Magicians. Oh. Wow, this is just not good, not right, not fair. Then I will normal summon the Keeper of Dragon Magic.
Yes.
And I will use this effect to discard a card. Any response there?
Keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add. It's not gonna be Red Eyes Fusion. It's gonna be Magicalized Fusion to my hand.
Yeah.
And then I will activate a fast effect. That fast effect will be Secrets of Dark Magic.
Okay.
And I will fuse a Dragon Effect monster and the Dark Magician in order to make your very favorite Dark Magician. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon.
Super.
I'm going to use this effect since there was one normal monster used, I can destroy one monster once per turn, and then do effect damage equal to its original attack, so I'll use that on your face-down monster.
It's Vierte, which the original attack is 14.
Okay, so that'll bring you down from 8,000 to 6,600.
Yes.
And then, as my viewers have probably surmised, I'm going to activate Magicalized Fusion.
You're going to put another Dark Dragoon out there?
I'm going to put another Dark Dragoon out, and each of them can negate separately as long as I discard a card, right? There's no once per or once use. Let's see. Once per turn, when a card effect is activated, quick effect, you can discard one card and negate the activation if you do destroy. If you do gain, yeah, there's no restriction on that. So we'll banish those two monsters, and then I guess I will keep these two cards in my hand because I'll probably need them. But even then, attack for 3,000, attack for 3,000.
Yeah, I'm at 600.
That's 600, yeah. So it's not game. It's not game. I really hope the lava golem drops and I cry. With that said, though, I end my turn.
I'm not going to side deck Lava Golem if I'm choosing to go first, but alright.
Well, you never know. Where's my emergency ban list?
Main phase.
No response.
Activate Ride the Valkyries.
Yeah, let's just, for the sake of argument, I'm going to negate by discarding my King of the Swamp.
Super. Activate Triple Tactics Talent, attempting to steal the one, well, actually, I don't get to tell you which one I'm trying to steal, but I'm trying to steal.
For the sake of argument, I will use the other negation, so now I'm out of negates.
Chain Scoop.
Oh, no! Well, we planned for this, just in case.
Yeah.
So if it went short, which I would say this is relatively short, yes. I would like to switch decks on you, if you don't mind.
That's fair. I'm going to keep this one just because I like playing Valkyries, and I would like to continue to play Valkyries.
Do you have, and this might be a little too honest of a question to answer, but do you have any spell and trap-based spell and trap removal in that deck? Yeah, I saw the Lightning Storm, right?
Besides the Lightning Storm?
I'm trying to see if you're ready for Mystic Mind Destiny War, but I just have a bad feeling.
Yeah, not particularly.
You know what I'll do then instead? Why don't I do Sacred Beasts, which is my favorite deck to play right now, just because it does really stupid things that no deck actually ever does. Like summon monsters with 10,000 attack, which happened to Mike on Monday. He summoned a monster with 900 attack and passed his turn, and I just happened to open up the 10,000 attack fusion. So that was game.
Easy. Yeah, let's do that up.
Attack game, one move, right? Okay, cool. Then that's what we'll do, and then after that we'll do my duel with Gianni, and then for all you viewers, then we'll open up the duel room afterwards.
Super.
Yeah, I think we'll get a little bit more of a show of what Valkyries can do. I think I'm definitely getting my money's worth out of Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, but he reminds me of a class of cards like Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning that like the king of games should have, right? That like when you think of Yugi having these moments in duels that he gets out, when you think of like Dark Paladin, when that was summoned in Battle City, Dark Paladin basically just showed up, negated some spell cards, had 1,000,000 attack, game. And it's a card that only works on the TV show and really is pretty busted IRL, right? There's just too many effects. I think he needed to maybe not be... I think, like, it would be okay if he couldn't be targeted, but he should have had the destruction. Like, you should have been able to destroy him.
Gotcha.
So, new game, new dice. 2 dice?
Yes.
Here, let me get a Arabic numeral judge dice mixed in there, too. All right, I'm ready. Go! I got a 2 and a 4, so that's 6. You have much more than that.
Yeah, that's also more than 6, so... If you want to see that.
I see it. No, I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Your choice.
I'm gonna go second.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Now that I think about it, like Valkyrie OTK.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta switch gears here with my brain. I'm gonna start with opening of the Spirit Gates. It allows me to add, upon activation, any sacred beast, right? Raviel, Hamon, Uriah, or any monster that lists those card names.
Got it.
Okay, so I will go ahead and add Dark Beckoning Beast to my hand. The other effects it has is that once per turn I can discard a card and special summon a fiend monster with 0 attack and defense from my graveyard. And once per turn, if I control a level 10 monster, I can add a continuous spell from my graveyard to my hand, and I can only activate Spirit Gates once per turn. Or activate one opening of the spirit gates once per turn. Okay, so I'm going to normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast. Dark Beckoning Beast, when normal summoned, allows me to add any card that mentions the 3 Sacred Beasts to my hand.
What if I Veilered that?
Ooh, ouch. That would stop both of its effects, including its secondary effect of allowing me to normal summon one additional monster who is a level, or excuse me, who's a 0 attack, 0 defense fiend. So that really, that shuts things down. I'm going to set a card and pass.
I wish I saw Effect Veiler in that other game, but...
Yeah, Effect Veiler definitely helps. It probably is the best hand trap.
Yeah. Alright, main phase.
No response.
We're going to activate Pot of Extravagance.
Ooh, okay, at the start of our main phase, yeah.
I'm going to banish 6 off the top. And you may respond.
No response.
I'm going to draw 2 cards. How much attack is your dude?
He is 0.
0.
You might as well be attacking directly at this point. Although I do have a face down card. Ooh.
Yep. Ride.
Okay, no response.
Special summon Bierte.
Gotcha. That's the excavator, right? I'm trying to finally learn these.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Okay, no response.
And then I'll normal summon another one.
Oh wow! Do you get is her effect only once per turn, or is it once use per turn?
Both effects are hard once per turn.
Oh okay. Well, no response.
So I'll activate this one. I'll escalate 1.
Okay. Not a spell.
Goes back into the deck.
I get what that's made for. Like when you think of design in mind, they're trying to get you your Valkyrie spell cards, but the fact that you can just grab anything is ridiculous. Says the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon guy.
Yeah. Alright. Battle phase.
Okay.
No, not battle phase. Activate Ride the Valkyries and Bishop of the Time Gods from my deck to my hand.
That might help, yeah.
Things would have gone especially poorly if I went into the end phase of this turn. Because I'd have to banish both of them.
Oh, yeah, that's
Or rather,
right.
I'd have to banish anything I controlled in the end phase. Would have been bad.
Oh, and you get around that because it skips straight to your neck. Man, they really like designed these cards to work the way they were supposed to in the anime without being too much.
Yep. Alright, battle phase.
Okay.
Bierte over for 14.
Yep, and that'll happen. Now let me update the life points.
Yep.
So 8,000. And then I will be at 66. Gotcha.
Direct for 14.
No response. So that's 52 now.
End of the battle phase Mischief.
Gotcha.
14.
No response.
And 14.
Man, I can't believe I actually survived one of these. So that will be 2,400 remaining if my math is right.
Maybe.
24 plus 28 is 52, which is what I was at.
Yes.
So 2,400.
Not sure that's right. It's 28. 28 would put you at... Yeah, 24 is right.
Okay.
I'm just bad at math.
No, it's a weird number.
Yeah. Main phase 2, activate Bierte to excavate.
Okay.
Archlord Christia.
Oh, thank goodness. Special summoning is this whole deck.
Yeah. Sure is.
But you still have link materials, so uh-oh.
Which is why you're going to be sad when I just tribute summon Christia.
Oh! It would be a new turn, yeah, it's a new normal summon. Oh, dear. I think I have no options.
Set 1 pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. Well, I do have that. I have no way to get rid of Christia, though. I'm gonna put that down. And hope that this deck has something I don't remember. Your turn.
Yep. Draw. Main phase.
Gotcha.
Battle phase.
No response.
Tag it.
Goodbye, Danger Chupacabra. Thank God he was level 4.
Oh. Danger. Main phase 2. Pass turn.
Okay, draw. How dreadfully unfortunate. Yeah, I gotta go to scoop phase because now that I realize it, there's just so many monsters where their only effect is just to special summon something, right? Yeah. Without Christia, I can bring out Uriah for like 0 at least, but with Christia on board, there's nothing I can do.
Nothing.
Wow. Man, Christia is still probably one of the best monsters. I always have lost to that historically because I always play heavy special summon decks that usually just have one boss monster.
Yeah.
And Christia really destroys you if you're not ready to play like a full like well-balanced Yu-Gi-Oh diet. Like you don't have cards that interact with monsters and do all the other stuff. Like if you're just there to be like, my boss monster beats yours, you lose to Christia every time.
Yeah. If Christia gets down there first, you better have something that gets rid of monsters that's not a monster.
And I think in like the format that Christia was introduced, the only thing people are really running is like, I think Raigeki and Dark Hole. And that was it. And if you didn't have that, like you were completely out of luck. So,
okay.
All right, this time I'm going to go first again.
You got it.
Even though I went first last time, it didn't help. I just need to draw a busted hand here. So we'll see. Give me the goods. Wow. What?
All right.
What? Hold on. I can't believe that's a real hand that just happened to come out.
Is this like the hand that you would give yourself if you were asked to give yourself a hand?
Only if you were going second. If you're going first, it's really kind of so-so. But I guess it could still be really useful in this case. I'm going to activate Dimension Fusion Destruction.
Ooh,
and I'm going to banish from my hand Ravio, Lord of the Phantasms, Uriah, Lord of the Searing Flames, and Haman, Lord of the Striking Thunder.
Yeah, you definitely didn't plan this.
Yeah, in order to fusion summon Armatile, the Chaos Phantasm, yeah. And then I'm just going to set one and pass.
I might not have an out to it.
Yeah,
so
he cannot be destroyed by battle, and he gains 10,000 attack during my turn. I also don't think I take battle damage while he's face up, right? No, I actually do take battle damage. Oh no, okay.
So if I can attack,
if
so
you're gonna,
yeah,
I might have messed up on that, but go ahead. I was just too hype.
All right, that's fine. Main phase 1.
Gotcha.
Use an extravagance.
Okay. It wasn't a good hand. Like my perfect hand. Really, there's a lot of different hands that the Sacred Beast will work. As long as you can get to Dark Beckoning Beast, you're pretty well off, and if you have a Sacred Beast. But there's a lot of ways to make that hand through various cards of the deck.
Yeah. I'm going to banish 6. Am I good?
Yeah, no response.
Okay. Orange. Cute. You just have a face down and you have a 0 attack.
Face down, 0 monster that really should have been put in defense.
Right.
Hey, it's a sporting chance to give you a...
Yep, activate Ride the Valkyries.
Okay, no response.
Alright. Sigron, Zweite, Erda, Yurte.
Wow.
Activate Zweite. When normal or special, target a monster your opponent controls, destroy it.
Yeah, that would do it. Okay, so it wouldn't matter if I had it in defense.
Activate Activate Ride the Valkyries to add Mischief.
Okay. Wow, that is game, isn't it? Because I know that my trap card is a bluff. It's Hyperblaze, which I'll activate now, and it does nothing relevant to the situation.
Yeah.
Wow, man, this is... I think it's so cool. They just added Valkyries and Duel Links, and people are just like, oh, they don't, they don't really do anything. Yeah. And it's true they don't without this.
Yeah, the thing is, like, with in Duel Links, they didn't put Ride of the Valkyries in, they didn't put Mischief of the Time Goddess in, and they didn't, like, basically the only Valkyries that we have are the 4 that you see here plus Shiste. And Drite. But otherwise, like, the deck is pretty much summoned these 2.
Yeah. And without any really powerful spell cards in Duel Links, right? We have Enemy Controller. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, it's a quick play. You can't even add it with Vierte.
Oh, because Vierte is only normal spells?
Normal spells or normal traps.
I see.
So, assuming I don't know that your back row is just blank. Vierte for 3.
Yeah, take.
Talent.
Oh, yeah.
And then battle phase. And
activate remix. Yeah. Wow, that deck is still so cool.
Yeah, I want to, like, if events were actually running, I would want to see if it, like, actually did the thing against other decks. But if any other deck is going to make Verte Anaconda and I don't open up Valor or Impermanence, then...
Well, you might, I saw Team Samurai X had a wonderful video about a no-brick Blue Eyes deck, and all it was just hand traps and you happen to run Blue Eyes. But it's true that in a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon format, which Japan did have, right? Red Eyes Dark Dragoon did dominate their format. You really do need to just have all the hand drops in the world, because think about it, you can, well, I guess you can't really Ghost Ogre the plant, but you can Effect Valor it, you can Ash Blossom it,
Yep.
Trying to think of other stuff you could do.
You can Reaper.
You could
Reaper Dragoon when they use Anaconda's effect.
Yeah, I would have to... So if that became the norm, I think what I would add is some valid resolution of Red Eyes Fusion. Right? Yeah. So they reveal the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and I say, surprise, it's Red Eyes Slash Dragon because I have a warrior-type monster, or something like that.
So in TCG, you would probably want to go with, like, Red Eyes Skull Archfiend, or I forget the exact name of it. It's the 3200 attack one.
I think I have that in my binder.
Yeah.
See if I can whittle this down before I move. Oh yeah, Meteor Black Comet Dragon, a level 7 Red Eyes monster. I mean, that's actually a viable option too, though, right? It's a level 7 Red Eyes monster. Oh, but it has to be a level 6 Dragon monster is the other material, so I'd have to break out like Curse of Dragon.
Oh yeah, then you have to put in more Garnets effectively. And,
yeah.
No one likes putting in more Garnets in their deck.
Oh, it's pretty interesting, though. You can send a Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the original attack. If this card is sent to the from the monster zone to the graveyard, you can target a normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it, which could be Dark Magician, which would be live under Dark Magical Circle. So there's like at least an option, but I think yours is probably the better one.
Yeah, like... in one of the decks I played against you some weeks ago, I was running Numeron Invoked. So that's just a deck that could just have a whole bunch of hand traps in it anyway, because Invoked loves hand traps.
Yeah, just because of all the different elements. It's going to be a weird format. I would like to see more remote duel tournaments like they did the Invitational. I thought when we were going to get our big announcement, I almost thought it was going to be a remote duel YCS, which as a judge does sound like an undertaking. As an understatement. But I guess we'll see.
I think they would want to run like a remote duel regional before they try to remote duel YCS.
Yeah.
Because you want to scale up to it. You don't want to just go right into the big one and just have it fall on its face.
Yeah, that's true. Just starting with remote duel regionals. I would be fascinated to do that. And I guess you could just have judges just going down the list. The thing that makes me really interested, they do have remote duel OTS tournaments, and I don't understand why people don't. Like, if, for instance, you were trying to get the World Points playoff, right? Why wouldn't you just enter every remote duel tournament ever?
Oh, you absolutely...
You should. And you would just set up multiple desks, right? And you would just Bobby Fischer it, right? You would just be playing multiple chess games at one time. So... I
mean, as long as you don't slow play on any of those, then fine. Oh my...
So... Don't try to slow play. Just play Mystic Mind, Destiny Board, and all of them. Then you don't have to think about anything.
We're gonna be multi-tabling a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Like we're just playing poker online. We're just playing 5 tables at a time.
That would be something. Well, speaking of playing tables at a time, I need to slip in Gianni. So everybody say goodbye to Crazdgamer.
All right, thanks for having me.
Anytime, if you guys want to check him out, you can find him at his Twitch channel of the same name. He streams many of the same things you guys are interested in. So give him a like, give him a follow. All right, bye guys.